All right, let's dive right into it. Okay, so we just did episode 2. I saw episode 1 and 2 today because I just got back from vacation. So I did the episode 2 review. Let's do episode 1. Episode 1, the starting point of the new season. So we follow up with what happened last season. We see Jon Snow die. We saw him die. And that was a big stunning moment. We didn't know where this was going to go. However, right after that, everybody began to speculate that, okay, Lady Melisandre's there. All these things might lead up. It can't be. It can't happen, man. You can't kill Jon Snow. Who the heck are we going to root for? So, a lot of speculation on what was this going to be. And everything's been really in the dark. A lot of the trailer reveals have been very interesting to see what's going to happen. So they start off right where they left off last season with Jon's dead body. It's already in the snow. Davos is able to see it. He's able to go up to it, and it says traitor right above it. Right? Everybody already knows who the heck is responsible. Who's going to be able to do this? And you see, it took a lot of stab wounds for them. They put him at his table with his best friends and those loyal to him, and then we get to the scene where Thorne just openly admits it. Kind of didn't see that coming. I thought he was going to be like, it was the wildlings or something like that. I thought totally it was going to be the wildlings were going to get blamed, but no, it's actually Thorne just completely opens up. He's just like, I killed him, yeah. And it was interesting because I watched the Inside the Episode. I like watching those right afterward. And inside the episode, the guy even says, it's kind of like a Julius Caesar reenactment, right? Where during, the Roman Empire, a lot of people thought that killing Caesar was going to, they thought it would be, he was making this big mistake. They thought it would be doing this, but actually it kind of didn't happen. It started the Emperor reign. That's another show for Rome. But, yeah, in this thing, it's working to a lot of their disadvantage because it's really splitting the Night's Watch down the middle. You see, even as he professes this, there's a lot of brothers in the Night's Watch that are like, what the hell? Why would you do that? So now we got a big tearing. We got a big torn part. Those loyal to kind of like the Jon Snow faction, those loyal to Thorne. And he talks about loyalty. Loyalty. Well, be loyal to your Lord Commander, man. Lord Commander. You can't do that. That kind of just breaks the foundation right from under you. Anyway, so Thorne admits it. He opens it immediately, and now we got strife in the north. Okay? Now, next thing we cut to Tyrion in Meereen. And Tyrion's walking around, and they kind of do this kind of joking, the spiders telling him, you walk like a rich man, and you gotta walk like a commoner if you're gonna try to be around the commoners and understand what they're doing. They want to get a different viewpoint and perspective in Meereen. What's happening with the city? They've lost the power with the rich people. They've lost the power with the slaves. They've lost the power everything, and it's at a stead point. It's at a stead point because everybody's in fear, constant fear. They don't know what's going to happen. But Tyrion believes there's somebody pulling the strings with the Sons of the Harpy, the assassins that want to reinstitute the old ways. So he believes once, and they kind of did this one cutscene where they're walking through, and he says that everybody wants to kill somebody in this company, and right then you see somebody's looking out at them. Maybe it's the guy, maybe it's the king of the Sons of Harpy, maybe it's the leader. We don't know, but they burned down all the ships in the dockyard. Why? Does anybody want to escape? Why? I don't really understand the point of that, but I'm sure it will be revealed pretty soon. Next thing is we finally get to catch up with Cersei Lannister. Now, Cersei Lannister last season, shame. It was a pretty big spectacle. She got majorly embarrassed. She had to submit herself to High Sparrow, and she had that terrible nun behind her, just as she was naked walking through the streets. Shame. And now we see her cut back, and I'm guessing it's a few months later that she's still in the court. She's still in the castle, and she runs out because she thinks her daughter is finally coming home, and she sees Jaime with the casket as they're coming up, and that the only redeeming factor about Cersei is her love for her children, and now the second child is dead. She even starts talking about the prophecy from the beginning of last season, where it prophesies that the king will have 40 children, and you will have 3 children, 3 crowns, 3 shrouds. So this does look like Tommen might die in the near future. 1, 2, and then Tommen would be 3. something that might be a really sad occasion because Tommen's overall a good guy. He's a little bit of a wimp. He needs to get a little stronger, and he's going to, hopefully. But it's gonna be a shame if he dies too. Next, we got Sansa. Sansa and Theon are on the run, and Theon is redeeming who he was. You can see he's not Reek anymore. He's really Theon trying to rescue Sansa. They're going through the freezing hot water. The hounds catch up to them, and I was like, dude, I thought Theon was dead. I thought this was going to be the time when the hounds are going to descend upon you. They're going to stab a sword in you. And then all of a sudden, Brienne comes out of nowhere, rides him down, kicks, and I like the guy's like, it's a bloody woman. Head chopped, I don't know if it's chopped up, but like he just gets sliced down, cut down. Where did that come from? So Sansa and Theon are rescued by Brienne and Podrick. And even Podrick was fighting. Podrick was fighting. That was a funny scene. I guess the teaching for Brienne's finally beginning to pay off. After that, we cut to Dorne, and I don't know if it's Dorne or Dawn. Somebody let me know. Is it Dorne or Dawn? Because it's spelled Dorne. They keep saying Dawn. Dawn, no Dornish man. Okay, last season with the Sand Sisters. I think it's what it's called, the Sand Sisters. That was dumb. That was just like your rebellion is over. It was like 4 people, and it was just like everything was timed so that Jaime and Bronn got there right when like there's this like mini rebellion going on. I thought that was lame. Anyway, this catches up where all of a sudden now these 4 people, the Sand Sisters and Oberyn's ex lover or whatever, take control. They kill the prince. They kill that big guy. Who looked like he was supposed to be on par with Jaime Lannister in terms of like combat. He just gets stabbed in the back, literally just, and falls down. And then the other guy gets stabbed, and it's just like, why? Holy shit, man! You're doing this all for Oberyn, and this was Oberyn's brother, and you just killed his brother. You just killed like the whole country. I was a little shocked though that all the guards are just like watching this. They're just watching this whole thing going on, not doing anything. And they're like, oh, your people despise you. Why? He's never done anything but keep the peace. I didn't understand that part. Like, I can't believe that this chick got the best of everybody and is like now in charge of Dorne. Dorne. Yeah, I thought that was a little like, all right, we'll see where this goes. But I was really actually sad when his son died also on the ship. I totally thought down the road this might be another Game of Thrones type character that might come back in the woodworks with strategy, with might work with the Lannisters, because he was like with Marcella in a very good way, very pure way, was always nice to her. I thought that he would work together to get backed on. I could see that getting set up, and then he gets just shoved his spear right through the back of his head. Damn, man. I mean, you gotta keep your eyes open or something. Anyway, now we go back to Dany, Daenerys Stormborn, who's now been taken in by a new Cal. This new Cal, and she even tells you, like, he's like, I'm going to lie with you tonight, you're going to bear my son, and he's like, no, I'm not going to do that. I was the ex-wife of Khal Drogo. I buried him. I'm the Queen of Meereen right now. And he's like, oh, I'm really sorry. My mistake. But it's kind of like, I thought the Dothraki were all always traveling with each other, right? So I thought, like, totally at least half the population would recognize this was the ex-queen. I mean, this wasn't that long ago, maybe 4 years ago. I'm sure lots of the people that are still part of the Horde, the Dothraki, would recognize her. So I guess nobody recognized her. This new Cal knew about Khal Drogo, but didn't see him. It might be different, like, hordes moving in different, and then like it's all one body. I'm not sure how that works exactly. So now Arya is blind. Arya Stark is now a beggar. She's blind. We left her off last season when she killed the Kingsguard that had brutally married her Watson dancing instructor. She kills him, and her friend, we don't know, but one of the characters, no one, dies, and we don't know because everybody in the House of Black and White is mysterious, and now her eyesight's been taken away, and she now has to fend for herself on the streets, and this is where they leave her, where a surprise attack from another girl in training, or appears to be a girl in training, says like, stand up and fight, blind girl, and they have to start going at it. Man, can't get a break with that. Now, one of the most interesting parts that was really, I'm sure a lot of guys were cringing a little bit, was Melisandre, the Red Woman. you could tell she has lost hope. The vision she saw with Stannis, the vision in the flames, the battle in the flames, did not go according to what the Lord of Light promised her to be. Didn't go that way. So she's really lost all touch of her spirituality. She's already lost her religion. She doesn't know how much help she can be. So she goes to her chambers and just, strips down. And it's always been hinted that Melisandre is a lot older than she is, and this is where we get to see it, where all of a sudden she transforms. The magic wears off. You get to see her in her true form, and it is ancient. It is old, and they don't hold anything back. They really show you everything. Where she looks like she's like 100 years old, and I think in the book somebody was telling me she's actually centuries years old, and you can see how her magic has kept her looking young, beautiful. Somebody that can hold authority and power and inspire and seduce and all these other things. So very interesting where they get to see. You're seeing her at also her lowest point. This is her lowest point where she's just like, whatever, fuck it, and just showing looking herself in the mirror exactly as she actually is on the inside and how she feels and her real self. So very interesting point. Now, I've already done the episode 2 review. So if you haven't seen that, check that out. Epic times, epic things happening, everything that we've been like, all the fans are gonna love this episode. Me and one of my really good friends, ex coworker, he's a big Game of Thrones fan, ex professional basketball player, and we talk about this stuff all the time. And we were wondering what was gonna happen with the future of Game of Thrones, and episode 2 definitely reveals all that you need. So check out my review on episode 2. And looking forward to the next ones. Check out, we're going to make a new channel. We're going to make a new playlist. Original channel was all about just life in Japan. Check that out if you have time. New channel, we're going to do a few different elements because, life is getting bigger and better. All right, guys, thanks again for watching. Please check out our description below. Check out our other videos, and please subscribe. Thanks again, guys. Thanks for stopping by. Cheers.